pretty bad pick in this scenario because of all the ways T1 can deal with it very efficiently. But you didn't have a lot of great options, you know, here as Nongshim. The Jarvan was taken away, Xin Zhao was on the other side, you banned the Lee Sin. In terms of meta picks right now, Hecarim has been one that's been hovered a lot here in the LCK.
Either way, guys, we are going to jump onto the Rift for Match 50. Nongshim Red Force up against T1.
We also do...
It is a possibility.
Yeah, and we also do very often see the Jinx push the first wave into turret, then go get a call. Effort's here.
Yeah, Faker's in a little bit of trouble. Keria is coming up first from the bottom side, and there is the Lantern. Gets him away from the Rise and the Hecarim. Dread and BDD, who were clamping down from the top side. So Keria with a very nice...
Faker runs a tight ship, and when he's happy and the team's happy with him, like, it's a 9-0 T1, right? And they have complete control over the Rift Child right now.
Yeah, it does look like Nongshim do want to fight over this, though, as they have a bunch of guys in their Effort, though level 5 still. T1 have pulled it over to the right side. Effort and Ghost go over the wall. BDD's going to have to walk. Shock Blast hits, but it's not really doing too much damage this early on in the game. It's going to come down to the eye hit, and it's stolen away. The smite is there. Dread will pick it up and trot away with that one. There is no further engage for T1.
Finally, they will drop this, but time was ticking down big time, which is a win for T1.
And is Owner going to complete that back?
Nope.
The answer is no, but there is a scanner. Look at this. Oh, he spotted him. I think he definitely saw him there.
He definitely did.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-on-3. The Rift Herald hits, and in goes Owner. Going to boot back the Rise right into the rest of T1. As the ult has to be used to get away here for Dread. But will he get away is the question. Lots of damage does come out there from Faker, but no follow-up. A lot of play code will go into the hands of Nongshim, but they lose tempo here on the top side.
They certainly do. Unfortunately, wasn't looking at that because he's so focused on the play that needs to be made in hand. And this is like the highest level League of Legends right here. Like one small mistake like this, even though you did your due diligence, like actually gives you false sense of security.
Ghost, he has Cleanse and he has Flash. They're going to get the hook onto Ghost there as going in here is Effort. The Charm is going to miss. Do they have the damage onto Effort is the question, though. They absolutely do. 4v3. They will collapse on down there as BDD just going to stick mid. Keria also buffing the hook on that play. Very nicely buffering, I should say. The hook on that play. This time Owner's going to get the steal. It's on the less important Rift Herald, but he got his revenge.
Yep.
And, you know, we say less important, but it can still get some really great pushing power down wherever you did decide to drop it.
And with the group up they have right now, they just might look for mid. Ooh, Keria, though, has to flash. Fortunately for Faker, it's not going to be the pick this time around as Dread looks for a steal.
Charm is there, but you can see Faker, he is showing a lot of respect there to BDD. Rise not one of the easier matchups for the Ahri. They saw that ability, the Q thrown out there from Faker. Here we go. Realm Warp. See ya. I think Guma might have seen that. They're on vision, though. So T1 should know about this. And this is this damage you were talking about. Look at the Baron. It's already halfway done. They got choppers. We saw what that did in the last series. As Nongshim, they back off a little bit, but they have range. Faker goes in, but he cannot stop it from happening. As T1 now, they want an engage, but they haven't been able to get one all night. As the damage is coming out from the side of Nongshim, the poke, you see what the Jinx and the Jace are able to do. As T1, they're going to kill only the Jace.
Burn down that Baron Pluff. 70 seconds to go.
I like how T1 are very aggressively posturing against this. And, you know, they have some long range of their own, right? You talked about holding on to the space station by one hand with the Ahri, with the Thresh and the Lantern and stuff like that, but also the Aphelios has some nice range, as this poke is really getting out of hand. As the rocket not quite going to land.
They have vision, they gotta go.
Remember what you said about turn as well. They're gonna play that very nicely, and the damage is there too. I mean, the Baron's already down. Nongshim, they do not have the vision, they do not have the ability to attack this team that has this amount of fantastic turn. As you see, T1 trying to fight their way through, trying to grind their way through this mid lane and get more position on this Elder Drake. It's the next big objective. Faker, he's got the elixir. He lands the charm onto Faker, or rather onto Effort. He's got the damage. Dread is in the back. He's like, well, I can't really engage now.
Remember what I was talking about with the Hecarim flank? There's just too much vision here. T1 spot him. They know where he is. He walks over the scuttle on his way out. T1 have the best objective defending comp ever. They could start it at any time because the turn is real. The defense is amazing. And this is what they've been fighting for the last 2 minutes. And now they've got control. Even the box. Stay away from my Elder. That's what they're saying.
Leona's not here. I mean, Effort is going to have to get Realm Warped over, but the Elder is almost down. Dread, I think he might go for the flip, and he goes, and he's not going to get it. As Owner is going to take it down, and Dread will be executed. Finally, we get some more kills in this one, as the Moonlight Vigil over the top will miss. But Owner, he's got Elder buff and a Crescent Guard. He's going to go into all three of them, as this might just be the end of the game, guys. I mean, everybody on the side of Nongshim is getting wiped up as T1 finally get the job done.
Full ace here, and T1, they knew their win condition, they knew their objectives, they knew the turn they had. They fought for mid-prio tooth and nail, and when they had it, they got both. Nongshim couldn't walk into a no-vision Baron pit, and then when it came to Elder, they had to desperately try. They had to Realm Warp in, but it was not going to happen. Great team effort. T1 winning this game by their macro, their game sense. It's a low-kill game, but they take it in flying colors here with their ability to understand how to set up on objectives, which fights not to take. The first Rift Herald fight they didn't have control over, walk away, trade turrets. As Dread 0.8k.
Oh, no.
He played a game against an Ahri, against a Thresh, against a Gragas. What are you gonna do?
See what he did there.
Is Leona.
Her name is Powder, though, by the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Arcane.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. For those of you who haven't watched episode 1 of Arcane, my bad.
Well,
watch Cariads play the Jinx instead. It's like, what? What does it mean? We might have a little swap bug.
Yeah, that's what it probably means, realistically.
Yeah. Well, here we go, guys. We're jumping onto the Rift for game number 2.
One that gives you a lot of opportunity with the Lee Sin pick. As we're going to see Dread ward hop over here. Zeus has no idea.
Yeah, he's waiting for it. Waiting for the moment. Kana can, of course, try to engage with the body slam. Look for that play. The attack already going in. There's the flash body slam. As easy as you would like. First blood going to be handed over to Dread as he picks that up.
Once again, Dread takes it from here. Doesn't have 6 yet.
Uh-oh. Zeus is in a lot of trouble. He does not have flash. The Q is there for the execute. Dread picks up a second kill. So they will regroup with their allies. Nongshim in a spot here where Kana's on the flank, looking for it. Hex flash for Keria. He's trying to frontline, looking for an engage here. He's going to find Kana in the front. They burst him 100-0, and the knockup comes in, but it's taken by the Poppy of all of them. And in the front line, Keria going to soak up a bunch more of that damage. T1, you already got the objective. Nongshim looking for a little bit more. So you can see Effort maybe thinking about a follow-up hook, but again, this is a Poppy. The smite is going to come down, and another charm is going to land. Faker just getting it down as Dread goes in, and maybe a little bit of frustration. He nearly takes out Zeus, but not quite going to have... Oh, he's actually going to kill Faker. I take that totally back.
Look at Ghost Health here. Wants to play on
wants
Iguma.
it.
He wants it so bad, but he's not going to get it. Ooh.
Seems like he got a whiff of what might happen.
Ana is here. Does not have cast, but does have flash.
Yeah, he's dead.
Body slam.
No flash. That's a free kill for Kana.
It's just so much greed in this exchange for both teams.
Dread will avoid the charm here, so started off decently well for Nongshim, but now T1 are really having their cake and eating it too.
Well, there's a charm.
Yeah.
Karia's got
Dread,
stuff.
yeah, he has the kick. There it is, the execution, and the action never ends.
Yeah, I want to take a back seat in this game because, like, put me in the crowd for this one. I don't know. Everything that seems like it's going to happen, every prediction that we can make, and every setup for a fight just ends up getting so extended, and we're seeing this is a bloodbath. Emotions are high, tensions are high in this second game. We're already 3 kills now over what we had last game, but so many of these exchanges, I mean, it just doesn't end.
Owner. I mean, Dread is really fed right now. Like, he is taking names. You cannot fight into him, and Gumayusi's like, here, have me too. Goes on in, and Nomesim are absolutely going to eat that up.
We are a few of these errors from T1 away from this game just being like, insurmountable lead levels off the rails. So I like every time I want to make an analytical point, I'm like, please wait a second, make sure there's not an insane fight.
The Rift Herald's available.
Oh, Steve, what do you found is?
The carry is over the wall. He's going to miss that one, but Owner does not miss. Into the wall, there's a steadfast presence, and Dread is not getting out this time, and guess who gets the kill and the shutdown? It's Gumayusi on Jinx.
And he's the one on T1's side who's holding all the coin. We're not done yet.
There we go. Nice dredge line, but Faker already got the damage done, right? He got the pick, and he will be taken out. But T1, they got that front line. They get the engage. BDD not able to shuffle anything, and Kuma is just going wild. We're flashing under the turret, and they're going to take down everybody except BDD.
You're already feeling pretty good as T1 here against a Nongshim that's kind of sitting back and trying to farm up the other parts of this. It's all about the engage here for Nongshim now.
This is a rough spot for them. I mean, it's the same position, right? Right over this wall. Nongshim do not have vision over the wall. They knew they were there, and Faker and Keria together.
Of where Faker is, if you don't have vision, you can't be that far up.
Kana, he's trying to make this play happen because he has a lot of help from behind. Keria just going to flash out of that one, but that's a kill into Ghost, who is quietly 3-1. Got a little bit caught in the last fight, but that is forgivable.
Faker.
As up here on the top side, that's just going to be Kana going down. Keria and Faker again. The two of them, I mean, it's like...
We're looking for an inhibitor.
Tic-tac-toe.
We're looking for an inhibitor pre-20 minutes here. Now, on the other side of things, Nongshim are looking for the same. I think miles ahead of every other Ahri we've seen so far here in the LCK because his team is playing around him and they're looking for picks over and over again.
Guma has to flash.
But what happens next?
Yeah, they will be baited into a rough spot. The cleanse is there, but you only get one cleanse as the damage finally comes through, and Ahri is so good at following up onto these engages. The Ahri-Leona combo comes through once again, and Guma, although he was the one getting dove on, he acted as bait in the end.
You have so much pick with this comp if your opponent gets greedy or overextends and doesn't have vision of where Ahri is, where the Leona is. They're going to try to race this one down.
They know where Dread is. So Keria just going to go over the wall. He's just tracking Dread around as the Q tries to go in, and see you later, Mr. Lee Sin. So the Baron will go the way of T1, but Keria has to give his life for this one. Doesn't look like Nongshim will be able to follow up on this. Yeah. For now, Faker is in mid. They do want to do a little bit of a split push, as they want Zeus to do the majority of the poking, as another big Poppy ultimate comes in, and they're going to isolate Kana once again, just not able to get away from this, as they're trying to defend here on the inner turret. Maybe should have just waited at the inhibitor, because, again, there's just so many tools for T1, especially when they're ahead. They can kind of do this without getting punished. Just throw out ability after ability.
BDD, no flash now.
Yeah, they still have the Spirit Rush here on Faker. He's able to get into that back line, and there is the damage, but is popped away by the Tristana. Used his third charge, but the Zeus damage is a little bit too much. Dread is desperately trying to fight back here, but the Jinx still living. It's BDD versus Guma right now, essentially, in terms of big sustained damage, but Guma is out of mana.
Oh, the charm is nearly there.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, he's down.
Gale Force at the end of the day.
Faker is just vintage Faker right now in this game.
Oh, man. Kana, he's trying so hard, but he can't. Nearly takes out Faker. And it won't happen. Not yet. BDD, he's getting angry. He's going to get one, and this will open up a couple of kills, actually. Feels worth, but all the while, okay, Faker will go down as well. Mid lane is being pushed. The inhibitor did go down. It's a bit of a messy one there. T1 staying for a long time.
He's back in the TV show, like, okay, Keria.
You see, they're trying to force this. They want Dread's position to matter, and it might. They're going to catch Guma. Immediately, they burst down the Jinx as they're looking for more. Keria's going in. I don't know about that. Now they're going to get on top of Jace here as Faker is desperately trying to shore this up. T1 only get the Nautilus. Nongshim immediately with that flank they're going to be able to pick up this Baron.
And this is like the 17th time in the last 2 weeks Dread has had one of these, but he pulls it off this time as Faker is going to go down. Dread has so many flank opportunities with this team. They play around his flanks, but sometimes it looks very silly when he does it. Sometimes it goes off. They right for this Leona and Ari to maybe find some sort of backline access.
Oh,
he threads the needle on the Ghost.
That is a insane amount of damage. This is up against Baron buff right now. As the steadfast presence is there, he's going to deny the escape for Effort, who's the only one to go down so far. Owner is tracked through the jungle, and Nongshim say, nope, no chances taken. We are taking this to the extreme late game. We have Mountain Soul. We should have the advantage, especially with no objectives on the map. And some extra farm, about 50 up. I liked Carria's build. He went double Kindle Gem and just has space for the wards.
No vision here, no great access for the Shock Blast because they don't know where the carries are standing. You saw that last one just didn't do anything into the shield of the Mountain Soul. Dread's angle nice.
Yeah, they don't have all the information as the cask is going to stop. Owner flashes the wall. It's not enough, and he immediately burns down. Carria as well is going to be gobbled up by the side of Nongshim. As the charm does come in, they take out the Gragas. Keep in mind, Guma and Faker and Zeus, they're all still alive. As another zap onto Dread. And T1 will not stand down. It's 4v3, though, for Nongshim. Getting this going, we have Faker coming up on the right side. He's got that elixir pumping right now.
Super minions pushing into mid. There's a timer on this for T1.
Oh, Dread is there, and they're going to pick him. And he has his GA and the stopwatch. Can he get out of this, though? The kick onto Owner, and both junglers get extremely low. Carria in the back line. They got to get Dread here, but it's not looking good. Faker is going to be taken down by the Emperor's Divide, and the hook goes down onto Guma Yusi as well, and that's going to do it. The ace comes through, and we are going to game number 3.
Dread had such a fantastic game on the Lee Sin, always where he needed to be. His flank on the Baron was what got Nongshim map control for the first time. They were no longer in fear of these Ari charms and where Carria was roaming with Faker. Once he got that pick,
a lot of damage went out from Gumayusi. You can see that the gold graph as well, very down and up. In this case, an extremely close game down to the wire. I mean, there was a chance that T1 was even going to win that last team fight, but just not meant to be. The GA actually got a lot of value there on the Lee Sin. As he will lock it in. We are getting Kana's Aurelia in this game.
Oh, the Aurelia is going to be so fun to watch in this composition, and it will be able to side lane extremely well. It can be oppressive.
I'm excited. He has done some really fun stuff on this champion in the past, and I think he can do it once again. It's not the lowest ever, though. In 2018 spring, we had 3 kills in a game. And it ended. I actually remember that game. I'll have to hold that thought as Dread is here looking for the gank. Kana did take a lot of damage, but the stun comes in with the flash, and that is as easy as you would like. Kana scoops up first blood.
That Zeus' iconic champion was his Gnar, and the one he started his career on was the Gnar. As BDD will have to return.
Yeah, nice portal jump, but it's not enough as, oh, it might be the flash forward, though, from Faker is enough. He picks up that last auto, very cleanly done. Yeah, it was a really great map movement, of course, as they're trying to lock down Owner on the Lee Sin. Not an easy thing to do. Still flash available here, but Effort rather is just following him all the way down. The flash is here, but Effort's over the wall, and that will be enough. Another fantastic catch as they find him in the jungle. Owner trying to take a little bit more than perhaps he should have.
This was such a good read from Effort, and also, like, Effort knows, oh, hold that thought, we're not done yet. Faker is roaming deep.
Oh, the exhaust too, but he has flash. Can they get the damage down through the exhaust? They're trying to get everything, and it will be enough. Faker is able to help.
As Zeus playing around that Gnar bar.
Oh, they're getting on top of Ghost, and he doesn't have his flash this time. The kick is enough with the red buff. And Owner is going to lock down the Nongshim 80 carry.
Now, with that kill here, you have so much power as T1 to try to turn this around and prevent the Drake take. Now, the Rift Herald does crash through.
Just got it.
Meanwhile,
okay, Owner's here. And Carry he's doing the Yuumi thing very early on as they're trying to get on top of the Aurelia. They just CC her 100-0. She gets one Blade Rush, and that's it. Dread is here. He's like, uh-oh, I might be in danger myself. T1 very proactive on their roams, and I think that this Yuumi is allowing a lot of it as another catch is going to happen here onto Effort. He does not have his flash, and the damage is there as Owner joins up once again. Dread is going to go in on this one, but they have the exhaust again. They're going to get Carry as he bops off of Owner, actually, and Owner gets extremely low, but he is going to get that execute as BDD trying to get that last auto. He will be able to get it. And now the choppers come down here through the sleep as well. Flash available for BDD as he's looking for more, but he can't quite land it. The flash that was stolen is used here, but he's not quite able to take anyone else down.
Zeus is out of lane. Kana's up here on the top side of the map. Isn't going to be able to push any further, but he's out of lane, and T1. And with the Yuumi detaching here, as you mentioned, she gets picked. As in live, we got to switch back to that because we're having a potential another pick going down there. I'll let you play-by-play the PIP.
It's okay. Oh, no, it's not okay. We are just banging them into the wall. Down they almost all go as the Yuumi here. Carry is trying to take down Ghost. She's going to hop forward in the last little bit of the final chapter. Is going to take down the Jinx. T1 came to smash here in game number 3.
T1 is now taking such a fantastic lead. Zaya's not done yet. Looking for the pick on the Dread.
Oh, man. Yep, Dread's going to get caught out here as the damage is there, though, from BDD from long range. Dread's found a couple of fights like that, actually. He's really trying to keep this close, but it's been a really tumultuous game. Every single Infernal Drake is going to matter so much. As Gale Force, you can see the value that it gets. I mean, it's insane, right? Like, Gumayusu would have been dead like 10 times over, and he baits them into the river for them all to get basically fireworks to death.
It was 2 heavy engages from Nongshim. You know, the Gale Force there dodging the first, and the Vanguard's Edge is also wasted, so it's not usable here defensively when the Narbar is complete and they go for the turn. As Dread here just has Crescent Guard out, so he's not taking any damage. I think T1 a little bit overzealous on this.
I feel like it's admirable that they go for that play, especially when it's so close to Gumayusi getting both summoners up. If I were them, I would be like, okay, let's just wait until Guma has summoners because, I mean, it's really important.
Kana overextending.
That's going to be the kick. Let's see what Kana can do. He's trying to line up a stun. He's not able to avoid much damage, though, as he gets rocked into the wall.
I feel like there's something to be said about how T1 has played all 3 games. So this one is obviously the most explosive, and it has been some trades back and forth. We had the first blood on the Aurelia, etc. But there's something really to be said of the speed at which T1 is playing against Nongshim, almost as if they're trying to not give Nongshim time to think, not give them time to macro, not give them time to coordinate what they want to do next, because T1 is just fighting nonstop. They're looking for the aggression, right? Most kills this season in Game 2. If you play like that, it's hard to make good macro plays if you're Nongshim. They shut down the Herald. And T1 are just going to turn this into more mid-control. I think that's your one hope, is that T1 will still fight you as Dread.
Oh, man. You're just not getting away from this. He has Flash, and he's not even going to use it because he knows he's alone, and he's caught. It's LeBlanc and Yuumi. We've seen this so many times before, as over the wall, here comes Gumayusi, of all people, to help Kank against Kana. Kana's trying to get something done, but he gets stunned right at the end. Down he will go as well.
He's 1-4 now. He hasn't. This means T1 might just forgo the fight and look for some turret gold on the top side of the map. But they're so fast.
They gotta catch someone. That someone is attempting to be Zeus.
He can turn.
Yeah. You can see, though, like, that's the level of desperation right now. They have to just get anyone.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. The stopwatch burn for Kana. The pressure is real.
That just ain't it right now.
T1 are just looking to fight this now. No stopwatch on the Aurelia.
They're looking for this Infernal Soul. What is going to be the case? The chopper's over the side, and it's Xinjiao who gets the dragon. But at the same time, they are looking for more RT1. They want to get these kills. Owner has stasis for days as they have corralled everybody on the side of Nongshim. Yes, you lose the Drake, but you kill everybody, so what does it matter? as T1 looks like they may have done it here.
I think they've just broken the mental of Nongshim. Their early game was fine. We had the first blood for Kana, but once we hit 15 minutes, Faker was just running around the map with a Yuumi on his back, terrorizing the Rift, killing people left and right.
So scary.
17 kills to 5 here is by far of the three the most dominant win for either team, and T1 will not be defeated tonight. They will take their 10-0.
Well, efforts, yeah. Nice try, I suppose. Nice effort, if you will. As Kana, maybe he'll get it. Maybe he'll get it done. Or will T1 pad their stats? That is going to be what actually happens. T1, they are going home with the victory tonight, regardless of what Nongshim want to happen. And they're going to take some extra points on top of it as well. GG, the Nexus goes down. T1 will take the 2-1 victory tonight.
Grace the legendary SK Telecom that T1 felt so far away from for so long. Like, maybe this is the path we're walking to. You know, I know it's early, but T1 returning to international dominant form.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interpret translation, joined by the solo POG. Faker from T1. 10 straight match wins, and you are the first players to play 700 game in the LCK. How do you feel? Today, a lot of T1 players are so hungry for that POG, but I'm glad that I was able to secure both. You know, Guma, especially he has a big ego, you know, so he was kind of looking forward to getting some POGs, but I was able to snatch that away from him. Faker, you know, we had a lot of T1 players having some records today. You had your 700th game. Keria also earned his 2,000th assist in the LCK. Congratulations, and I hope you get 2,000 kills in the LCK. Good luck. 2,000 kill as a support. I'm very interested to see Keria getting that record in the future. Just like last time, T1 once again picked Ari in both game 1 and 2. How do you rate this champion? You know, there were some patches and a lot of fans in my stream were asking for my Ari, so I practiced it a lot, and it's really fun to play. Especially the combo with the ult and the Everfrost was so on point. You are always pushing forward. So what kind of theme is your Ari play about? You know, her ult cooldown is so low, very short, so I want to be a lot more bold in terms of utilizing the ult. And also, Ari is all about, you know, landing the charms, but I was not able to do that very well, so I hope you guys can try better at home. In game number 1, you know, even though both teams were not exactly having the late game scaling picks, we had a very extended game without any kind of an action. Why do you think so? About game number 1, you know, I think Nongshim was playing very solid, and maybe because I played Ari, it was not easy to win. However, T1 was able to secure the victory, and also after you won the POG in game number 1, the T1 streamer Wolf was so mad about it. Did you see that? Someone told me about it just now, so I saw the clip, but I mean, he doesn't know anything about League, you know? So I'm like, okay. You don't know nothing about game, Wolf. A very concise answer from Faker back to T1 streamer Wolf. However, game number 2, we had a very opposite kind of a game. We had the most kills in the LCK Spring, but Nongshim was the victor in the end. What kind of feedback did you guys have after that loss? I think we were having a smooth start, but heading into the later phase, I think everyone was getting greedy to get the POG, so I was like, maybe this game might end up wrong. So I think all 5 players played pretty bad in game 2, so that's why we lost. However, in game 3, we had a easy jungle mid-duo lock-in from T1, especially the Lee Sin was the center, and also ended up with LeBlanc in the end. And Zoe took Airy and Ignite. Well, actually, I didn't really look forward to having a lot of actions in the early game. However, you know, we're having power spike in the mid game, so I tried to keep that in mind. However, we also had Irelia, a typical counter into Nar. So how did Zeus react to that pick? Nothing much. And in game 3, T1 was able to stomp Nongshim with a very aggressive play style. What kind of direction did you guys had heading into game 3? Just like I said, you know, we knew that the opponents had prio in the early to the mid game, and also our spells were also kind of looking forward to the late game power spike, and also we had Yumi and we could poke the opponents later on, so we wanted to kind of get the best value out of that. And in the player comm in the end, Faker is at GG and Zeus was like, it's not over yet though. What do you think about that? I mean, Zeus, he's very professional. Indeed. I just tried to test him, and he only passed the test. You know, Zeus only passed my test, and he is the only professional player on our squad. Confirmed. And T1 got 10th consecutive win here in the split. What's her goal? How far can you guys go? I was like, if we get lucky, we might get 10 straight wins, but I guess we did get lucky, so we were able to make it happen. But, you know, if LCK keeps working as our guardian, we might be able to end up the entire split without a single loss. And I'm also looking forward to seeing T1 having a clean split. And your next opponent will be Damon Kia at Showmaker versus Faker, the classic mid lane showdown. So what's your mindset heading into that match? We got 2-1 victory against Damon Kia in the first round. So next one, I hope it's gonna be 2-0. And this is the end of the interview from Faker. Back to the casters. Thank you.